For every one book I finish, I add 5 more to my TBR. There's just so many good books to read. Hi, and welcome to another video. I'm coming straight to you looking like March Simpson. I don't know. I knew that when I picked this to wear today, that it would clash with the blue, because that's like something I have to keep in my mind, that blue hair can clash with things. But like, I don't really care looking like a little Marge. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It always makes me laugh when I see that meme where she's like mollywopping the air. Like, that's how I feel. So that's what we're going with. What is that? That's what we're going with. Anyway, you know by the intro, it is a What We Read In Wednesday, and What We Read In is a series. I have you propped up on a bag full of clothes. There is no end to the power in which I can prop y'all up on something that shouldn't be used. It is What We Read In Wednesday, and What We Read In is finally the 5th season Broken Earth series by N.K. Jemisin. I'm not even sure I'm holding this in the right. I'm not. The Broken Earth series by M.K. Jemisin. Very excited. The last reading or bookish video that I posted was my March TBR. It's currently March 17th. And I have not read one book on that TBR. So essentially we're starting with the series, even though I wanted to have a good portion of the TBR done. It's okay. We had a really good start to this month, so I'm not even mad that my time was spent elsewhere other than reading books. This video, however, this video is all about this series. What made me actually jump right into this, regardless of the timing of the month, is that one of the parents at the school that I work at is reading this. He came in with it a couple weeks ago, and I was like, oh my god, I'm reading that this month. I'm so excited to read the entire series. He just got the first book. He bought the first book from a store. And so I don't think he knew it was a series. He just heard really good things about this book specifically. And so he got it. So he's been reading it. He made it up to half the book on Wednesday. And then on Sunday he asked me if I was reading it still, because his kids come twice a week. And I was just like, no. And so yesterday I told him I'll have the book done by Wednesday. I don't know, because honestly, I'm in the process of rebranding. The intro you saw was a process of me rebranding some things. And so I was focused on that. But for pure pressure and FOMO, not even pressure, I pressured myself. For pure self-pressure and FOMO, I'm starting this series today, March 17th, and I'm hoping to get through it by the 26th of the month. One, because I plan to do it that way anyway, but also because I have other things that I want to read, and so I don't want to spend too much time on this. And I say that, and it sounds so crude, because I'm like, well, why wouldn't you want to spend as much time as possible in a book, in a series, in a story? And I think it's just because I'm excited to read other stories as well. I'm excited to read this story. I'm excited to gobble it the fuck down. But then there's also so many other stories that I want to get to, and I just don't want to hold myself back. I'm not going to purposely spend so much time on this unless it's really, really good. You know, everyone has a plan to get punched in the face with a chaotic plot line, but here we are. It's 9 days. I'm giving myself 9 days to finish these 3 books in between all the other stuff that I'm doing. But if you are new here and you have not heard me talk about this book at least 3 times on this channel, just prefacing what's about, the author, and why I want to read it, here you go. If this is not your first time hearing this, hold tight. The 5th season, the first book in the Broken Earth series by N.K. Jemisin, is a series that I heard a lot of good things about. She is a Black author, so this is a Black story with Black characters. And I brought it up in my 26 books to read in February, or 26 books by Black authors, video of really wanting to read it. And I tackled one YA fantasy series last month in February, and this was the fantasy series that I wanted to tackle this month. It is basically about a woman that I've learned that is not truly a human woman. It's about a woman named Asun who comes home from work one day to find that her son has been beaten to death by her husband. His father is what she assumes and can confirm just by what she knows about what life is about right now. She comes home to find her son dead, beaten to death by her husband, his father, and their daughter is missing. At this time as well, the Earth is ending again. Earth has ended previously and things have come back together, but we're currently in the 6th No, duh. The 5th season ending. I'll say this. No. Okay, the 5th season ending, so 6th season starting. Because also a theme in this book is just because a story ends doesn't mean it's over. It's just, the start of something else. Nothing truly ends. And also to like reiterate like how time passes here, or how things end. She says, "This is what you must remember. The ending of one story is just the beginning of another. This has happened before, after all. People die, old orders pass, new societies are born. When we say the world has ended, it usually is a lie, because the planet is just fine. But this is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends. This is the way the world ends for the last time." I had to read those in different tones of voice because that's how it was written too. Very cool, very cute. I did start this book this morning. And I got to page 42 and I passed out. I woke up, started reading at 7:10 a.m. By like 9 a.m. I was passed out because I was like, I'm too tired for this. Usually morning reading sessions work for me. I guess not. It is Monday, and Monday I have work, and then Tuesday I'm off. So usually reading at nights from Mondays through to Tuesdays are fine for me. So I'm gonna tackle this shit, or continue to tackle it tonight. But so far I like it. When I was talking to the dad who's also reading this at my job, he said that you can tell that they're keeping a lot of things from you, and a lot of it is just like telling you a little bit of the story and like holding other stuff back for plot purposes. And there's a lot of that, but I also think that is usually how it all happens. From the few fantasy books that I read, the first books in series and even the second ones, there's always going to need some kind of like hold, like some kind of mystery, some kind of like curiosity for the reader to have while the story goes on. So that's predictable. There's 42 pages in, and I'm already like, what's happening? Why are we doing this? This is really sad. Or like, oh shit. And then I'm like, okay, so what happens now? And so far she does a really good job of keeping the reader engaged by just questioning what the fuck, or not even what the fuck. It's like, okay. So I like it so far, simply because I think the air of excitement already over this series from hearing good things about it is like taking over my perception. It might change, but right now it is good. So this entire series. So hold tight. We're going to go on this ride together. I did read obviously some without you. I'll read the rest with you. I promise. And we'll read it together and finish it together. But this is the book. Let's just get into it, shall we? Our second B of the season. I don't know if they know that we don't. It's no. It's not that I don't like bees. It's just that they've never not scared me. And so it's just fear. It's just fear. It's not hate, it's fear. Anyway, we are 104 pages into this lovely thing. And honestly, I'm not sure if I'm a slow reader or if this is just a lot to take in and a lot at a time to take in. But so far, like, I'm loving it. Let me make sure. Because I currently should be potentially fully ready to go out with friends. I got 15 minutes, so I'm gonna waste some talking. I'm kidding, I don't anything. So yeah, I'm 104 pages into this lovely book, and I love it so far. There are, like I said before, questions. There are a lot of questions as what do you mean and what's up and what, and then literally just earlier, as you saw, I learned that there was an appendix letting you know about all the terms being used. So if you're stopping and reading the appendix to get more context to what you're reading, then this book is going to take a while. Or for me, it'll take a while. Or if you're starting fantasy, it's going to take a while. I like it so far. It's already causing emotions. It's already causing emotions because I believe fantasy is just a higher thought. I feel like fantasy is just a more epic way of viewing everything that happens in the modern world. So I can relate a lot of what N.K. Jemisin is like doing in this book and relating to it to what's happening now and how it's rude. And it's just like, how it's rude and how it's like freaking uncivilized. And it sucks, but it's good. And so I've been having to stop and think while reading this book, in addition to being extremely tired and having like reading it in and out of like a sleep state, because I did, right, do morning reads before like I had a week of adventure, and now I'm trying to get back on that, and I think my body is still trying to not be tired. I don't know. But I'm tired, but I'm reading. So although I thought I would be much more ahead than I am, it's 104 pages. This is 450 pages. So I wanted to be at least over halfway and then done by tomorrow morning, simply because I wanted to be like done it, but also I wanted to talk about it with the father at the job who was also reading it. Some of the chapters, when it comes to the mom, is it Essun? Essun, I believe is the name of the mom, or maybe it's no. Essun is the mom, Essun is the daughter. So Essun, the mom, her chapters are in second person, while other chapters and other POVs are in first person. And it's like N.K. Jemisin wants us to picture us, like ourselves, in this person, which people do all the time when you're reading even first person. But second person, she's like, all right, now you have to do this, and you are a person who everyone hates, and you just lost a son, and you have to travel across the mappy thingy, the world, to find your daughter and your husband. And it's just like, ooh, and I'm sitting there, and you're trying to like, and you're feeling and you're reading all the emotions and all the things that our main person is going through. Just like, ooh damn, I would have done that too. I would have done worse there. Like, it would have been worse with me. So it's kind of, it's cool to read second person, that because I'm not used to that, and it's cool because it better helps me get into the mindset of the main character. The other point of view that is happening in addition to this is that a child is being taken from her home to a area called Jemisin, is what I am pronouncing it as, for training because of the power she holds. So in this world, we have, I guess, humans, and then we have origins who have, well, I basically took them as earthbenders. Consider them earthbenders, okay? Because that's essentially what's happening here. And they have this ability to move the earth, to shake the earth, to cause ruckus, to make things rumble and crumble. Think of earthbenders, but also think of the great rumbling from Titans, or the Attack on Titans. Think of all that together. That power, that destruction with what earthbending is. And so people are born with the ability to do that, and they're seen as ew. They're seen as, oh no, they're seen as something you should kill. And one of the children who has this ability was taken from her main home, and they're taken to another place where they can train them to be better, or to be more in control of their power, so they can be an asset to the world instead of a threat to the world. And we're following that POV of the little girl, and who we learn to be her guardian, that picks her up, to brings her to this training place, this new home of hers. And we're seeing their relationship and how it
it develops as they go to this place. But that is where some of the emotion, that's where some emotion was like brought out of me and like really sad, because like people see the children who are origin as also threats and they will kill them. Instead of killing her, her parents put her in a barn, and where she was essentially suffering of like lack of decency, and this person comes and rescues her, and she thinks in her head that they're going to be this like guardian, like the name of the title of this person is guardian, and she thinks that they're coming to save her, but essentially they're there to control her and teach her that her powers are better suited if we control them, if you listen to us, and if you're absolutely no autonomy for yourself. There's a layer to it too. So the more you work, the more autonomy you get. But when you're first coming in, they're trying to train you to be an asset, not a threat. And the journey so far of them is so saddening, because she's a child, and though she's a child, she has this ability. She's still human. She still has emotions. She has thoughts. And she is realizing there really is no safe place for her, whether it be in the barn of her family or it be with this person who has the name guardian, but is just pretty much trying to get her into shape. I see the bee again. Oh my God, please do not come in. There's two. It better not be the same bee. You know what? Bees are good luck. I just don't want them near me. Anyway, we're seeing how she's viewing her options, and none of them are good options. You stay with humans who could beat you to death because they hate you, or you go to this place where you're still not free, you're still not responsible for yourself, you're just a slave, basically. Like, you're a slave to something else. And so watching her POV change as the journey goes is pretty sad. In addition to soon realizing her life as a mom versus origin. So it's good so far. I really like it. I just wish I could read it faster. I wish I could read it faster. But yeah, so far so good. I'm heading to a poetry slam drinking night out with some friends. And I now have 3 more minutes to finish getting ready, so I'm gonna go do that. But also I'm gonna take pictures of this book because I kind of like it. Please read the register before. I have a few hours before I have to get to work. It's currently 12. I do have to arrive by 3 today, so I have an hour, like an extra hour to just chill and read. So I'm gonna chill, read, and obviously eat my lunch for the day. And honestly, everything's just a vibe. Everything is just a vibe. I don't feel depressed. I don't even know what that word means, actually. I don't even know how I came up with it and how I pronounced it, because I don't even know what it is. The sun's out. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm gonna say the good thing. I have a great meal. I'm reading a good ass book. When I tell you that I am in love with everything I read so far, I read a little bit this morning, and I'm up to 172. I think I last ended this at 104 pages, so we're about 70. We're like 60 something pages more in. No, we're almost 70 more pages in, and honestly, so much has happened. And what pissed me off is, like, when I was talking to the dad at my job about it, he was saying nothing's really happening. There's not a lot going on. And I'm sitting here, I was like, what do you mean? As I'm reading, I'm just like, there's a whole bunch going on. And so maybe I realized then that maybe I look at stories differently, and I want more or different things from stories. But then I also realized that maybe he also read a lot more fantasy than I have, and this is like nothing compared to that. So I'm going off of those two things. It could just be that he's a man. And also, I think about this a lot. It's just that when you read a book written by a person of your background, in this sense, like a black woman, and she's writing a story with black characters, I think it's easier for me to digest and understand, because I can reflect upon the things that's happening in my world. So if somebody who doesn't understand, or I guess a non-person of color, a white person, whatever, if they're reading a story like this, maybe they don't have that connection to connect with something happening here. And so I'm not saying that's a reason either, but I do take that into consideration when I'm talking to someone reading the same book as me, because we read stories, we learn through stories.
and we relate through stories, but we can relate to the stories that best relate to us, that have a little bit of us in it. And if a story that someone's reading has like nothing about them, then I wouldn't relate either. Or nothing about them, they wouldn't relate. Like, I read a short novella called Lemon, and there were a lot of things that I couldn't digest or understand because I didn't understand Korean culture. My friend Shaneem, she is black, but she loves Korean culture, and so there were so many things that she pointed out to me that I didn't know because I'm not in it, I don't know it, but someone who's in it and knows it can relate, and someone who is of, I guess, Korean background can relate as well because they know. So it's all about experience and knowledge and what you know about what you're reading, or what you know about world, and comparing it to what you're reading. So take things with a grain of salt and understand that everyone is different. Miss NK Jemisin doesn't have a social media. Oh, wait. No? That's fine. I can't tag her then. Why does pineapple taste like mango? Stressed out. His arms at the wrist, his knees, and the rest of his legs between thighs and ankles, they're gone. What? We're sailing out to face them. Hello? Oh, I fucking knew it. Oh, it's gonna land on, okay. It's gonna land on a cliffhanger, which is fine because we have a second book. But the fact that I have a second book is a lifesaver, because if I had to finish this on this cliffhanger, the world would have heard my wrath. Hello? What do you mean? That is so fucking good. That is so fucking good. Hold on, because I know it was him at the beginning who was like tired of something, so he decided to, oh no, wait, where is it? So good. Good morning, it's a brand new day and I have brand new hair and we're still talking, but we're on the same series. It's literally, I need you to know, in this video, I'm hoping it'll be probably like a 20-minute video, but it took me over a month to finish the first book. Not because of the book itself, but because of me. I'm to blame. But I finished the first book and oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. Like, I always like say a book is good because if I can't like predict the twist. I was able to predict some things in the book, but like the last thing, although it was easy to predict, I didn't think it would be the same kind of thing. There were 3 different stories, and I knew how 2 of the stories aligned. I didn't know how the third one aligned, but it was like when it was revealed, I was just like, what? Like, it was insane. It was insane. I don't want to give anything away, but how the book was written, how the story went along, how the characters developed or not developed, how everything came to an end in the first book was so good. It was so good. I am really excited to get into the second book. Our main characters, Asun, Alabaster, Damia, and Cyanide, they play such a huge role in how, I guess, things develop and what they go through, and again, how it impacts the story from beginning to end. Book 1, I can tell, was just a build-up and background of the characters because we needed to know what they've been through to like prepare them or prepare us for what they're gonna have to go through. And I'm excited to see that. And how the origin, like the power of the people, like, so it's regular humans and then which are stills, and then there's origins who have the ability basically to move the earth. I again liken it to earthbending. So, but more intense, but like way more intense. And the way NK Jemisin explains them assessing the earth to move it or to break it. It's so good. It's a lot, like, and it's really good because in the book she gives everyone an appendix and a dictionary. I think she gives everyone like a dictionary to talk about some things that she's talked about in the book. Although there's a lot talked about in the book, she gives you the resources to know what's happening and to like still stay somewhat knowledgeable about what's happening in the thing. But yeah, no, it's so good. I don't know if I want to add spoilers to this one. Also, I just woke up. It's 6:22. I want to start reading at 5:30 because I haven't started the second book at all. So I was gonna wake up at 5:30 to like start reading. Did not do that, but it's okay. We have coffee. We are getting our face ready for the day. Easy one wipe. We'll wash it later. But I'm blown away by the series so far in the first book. I don't really have that many guesses for the second book. The way the first book ended, I'm going in it already knowing like, okay, things about to get really things about to get worser. Like things were worse. It's about to get worser. And I'm excited to see the characters that were introduced right at the end of the book. I'm excited to see what their roles are. But for the big ending of the first book, I truly don't have any guesses. I just think they're gonna like take over the world. I just think the broken earth is about to get brokener. I know, I'm excited to get into it though. So I'm gonna brush my teeth because I haven't talked to you guys with stank breath. And we're gonna sit and chill, and read a book and drink some coffee. It'll be a nice cozy day. We're in a park and it's about to be sunrise. You see the sun? Sun's like right there. It's like the sun is rising. It's about to be sunrise. The sun is rising. It's gonna be a cute little scene. So I'm gonna put on my heated blanket. We are going to cozy up and start the obelisk gate. I don't know if it's obelisk gate or obelisk gate, but I'm gonna go with obelisk gate.